They thought she wouldn't fight back because she was quiet, because she always sat in the corner, because she never raised her voice. But they were wrong. It started like any ordinary morning. The bell rang, students shuffled into their seats, and the teacher droned on about the French Revolution. But in the back row, a storm was quietly brewing. Alina sat alone, hunched over her notebook, eyes down, pencil moving like clockwork. She was always like that, focused, silent, almost invisible. Most students ignored her. Some whispered rumors. A few thought she was just weird. But then there were them, the ones who couldn't stand silence, saw stillness as weakness. 3 boys who thought cruelty made them powerful. Josh, the ringleader, tall and smug. Tariq, always laughing at the wrong time. Ferris, who never said much but followed along like a shadow. Alina had endured months of taunts, whispered insults, thrown papers, her locker scrawled with ugly words. Act. But she never reacted. Not once, until that day. It was just after second period. The teacher had stepped out. The class buzzed with chatter and no one was watching. Josh sauntered over to Alina's desk. She looked up, unsure, her fingers still clutching her pen. "What's with you?" he said, loud enough for others to hear. "It's too good to talk to anyone, or just too scared?" Alina didn't reply. She looked down again, trying to breathe through the rising anxiety in her chest. Josh smirked. "Say something," he sneered, then reached out and grabbed her throat. It was sudden, shocking, cruel. A choking silence fell across the classroom. Some laughed nervously. Others just stared, frozen. But something inside Alina snapped, not in fear. In resolve, in one swift movement, she grabbed Josh's wrist with both hands. There was a cracking sound as his hand was yanked backward with unnatural force. He screamed. Then she moved. Fast. She caught Tariq's arm as he lunged forward, twisted it at the elbow, and sent him crashing into a desk. Ferris stepped back, hands raised, face pale. Alina stood up. Her eyes were blazing now, but her voice was calm. "Don't ever touch me again." The room was dead silent. Josh was on the floor, clutching his wrist and crying out in pain. Reek groaned. Ferris bolted out the door. The teacher rushed in moments later, saw the chaos, and began shouting questions. But the truth had already been witnessed. No one defended the bullies. Even the ones who used to laugh with them said nothing. That afternoon, Alina sat in the principal's office. Her mother was called. The boys' parents arrived too. There was yelling, accusations, threats. But one thing was clear: the cameras in the classroom had caught everything. Josh grabbing her throat. Alina defending herself. The principal, a stern woman who rarely smiled, looked directly at Alina. "Self-defense is not a crime," she said quietly. "You did what you had to do." The next few weeks weren't easy. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some people called her dangerous. Others, a hero. Alina kept to herself, still quiet, but something in her had changed. She walked straighter, held her head higher. The truth was, she hadn't learned those moves recently. She'd been training in martial arts for years with her grandfather, retired army officer who always told her the quietest strength is the one people underestimate. She'd just never had a reason to use it before. The school mandated counseling sessions for all involved. Josh didn't come back. Tariq transferred schools. Ferris avoided her in the halls. One day in the counselor's office, Alina spoke for the first time about what had happened. About the fear, the shame, the way she'd felt invisible. "I didn't want to hurt anyone," she said softly. "I just wanted them to stop." The counselor nodded. "And you found your voice." Months passed. Alina wasn't just that quiet girl anymore. Some students approached her to say they admired her courage. Others asked her to teach. Them self-defense? She started a small class after school, a handful of girls, a few boys, all of them carrying invisible battles. Alina taught them not just to fight, but to stand up, to speak, to claim their space. One day as the class ended, a shy younger girl stayed behind. "Thank you," she whispered, eyes shining. "You made me feel like I'm not alone." Alina smiled. "You never were." The message: never mistake silence for weakness. Sometimes the quietest people carry the strongest storms inside them, and when they rise, they change everything. Let them hear you. Let them see you. And if they try to push you down, stand, speak, snap their doubts in half, just like she did.